Hey everyone, Emma here. I hope you're all well. Please just bear with me while I make this video because I am not at my normal spot at the desk. I am actually using my coffee table in my living room because I needed a bit more room. And I'm also holding my iPhone using my I don't know, is it selfie stick? Is that what they call them? That I use to make my videos with. So it might get a bit shaky. Hopefully I won't make you too seasick. I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to just encourage people in stepping out in faith and trying something new with God. For those of you who are part of our Bless It Forward Bible journaling community, you would have most probably seen my posts about how I enjoyed trying something new for me. I went shopping the other day and I saw this box of acrylics paints. It was only $5.99. It was dead cheap, so it was nothing special, and I thought, I'm just going to pick that up and stick it in my shopping basket, along with some mini 20 by 20 centimetres canvases. I had no idea at the time what I was going to do with these paints and these canvases. I just thought I'd buy them and they would sit on the shelf looking pretty for a time when I might touch them. But little did I know God had other ideas. As I was just randomly sitting Wednesday night, I felt God say, get the paints out. And I was like, what? No, that's too scary, God, I can't do that. I can't get the paints out. So I will be honest, I ignored that voice for a little bit, and in my worship music I just felt God saying, get the paints out. So I was like, oh, okay, when God says something, we have to step up, we have to take those steps of faith, and we have to go with it. So I was like nervously got the paints out and got a canvas out, and I actually created a design that's not there now. You might have seen it in my Bible journaling community group or on my Facebook page. I actually created something which then, as I was creating it, I felt God gave me a person that I was going to give it to that night, believe it or not. Can you believe that? That night. I had never done anything like this before, and God wanted me to give it to somebody that night, within the space of a couple of hours. I'm like, no, I can't do this. But obviously I stepped out in faith and I did it. I actually created a pink background, and it was says, I am who you say I am, child of God. And please do go to my Facebook page and find that photo. I mean, I can't share it with you in this video because I, true, Bless It Forward ministry style, I blessed it forward to the person I felt God was calling me to give it to. So then the next day, believe it or not, yesterday, I actually, really just felt really inspired and really encouraged by those moments. I have never ever painted with acrylic paints before, so for me, it was kind of a scary moment. So I just thought, when I had some time with some worship music and stuff like that throughout my day, like first thing in the morning when I wake up, and then in the afternoon when I had some quiet time, and then in the evening again, through different stages of my day, I just enjoyed taking the 3 canvases I have left and enjoyed just getting those paints and creating what you can see in front of you now. I'm going to get up a bit more closer and show you in a minute. And as I said, I have no experience in doing this. It was just totally God-led. I totally just put on my worship music and just say, God, show me what to create, help me know what to create, and went with it. So I'm just going to come down here and so you can get closer. So the second one I created, now the pink one that I can't share with you because it's already gone, was a bit similar to this one. You can see here, let me try and stand it up. So waiting for the camera to refocus. I don't think it's going to refocus without me tapping it. So let me tap it, there we go. sorry everybody, I'm not very good at making these videos. As you know, I make them on my iPhone in my little living room, and I just hope for the best. So this was the second one I created, and yeah, it was just, you know, very simple process that I used to create this. I didn't use any fancy brushes or anything like this. It was this paintbrush that I used just to create this background, and I just, you know, I used a stencil to help me add in these words, and these are just stuck on bits of paper with that I stamped the words onto, and you know, this is obviously a paper cut here, so I enjoyed creating that next. And then as I was worshipping, move that one out the way, I felt led to do something without a paper cut or bits of paper stuck on it. I did this one next, and I just enjoyed, again, I just put just used the paint I felt, you know, inspired to use through the worship music. You know, as I was creating these, I was thinking, oh, you know, this is just going to end up a mess. To be honest, I had no idea what I was doing. But I just went with it. Unfortunately, I can't find I used like a scraping tool that actually my childminding children use in sand. I can't find where I put it. I washed it and I put it up somewhere yesterday, so I can't show you now, but it's like just a scraping tool with grooves on, and the childminding children I look after use it to make patterns in the sand. So that's what I use to scrape through the paint here as I put it onto the canvas. So unfortunately, I wish I could show you that tool, but you know, I'm one of these people, when I put something up, I put it up safe, and that's safe, somewhere safe, it will be gone for days. But yes, and then I just, you know, I created the background first, and I actually wasn't sure whether it would get used for anything or anything like that, and I actually came back later on in the day and I felt God gave me, you know, a little verse to put on it, and then I used some, like, again, using my childminding tools, I used some Play-Doh cutters to, you know, dip into some paint and to create the circles and to create these hearts, because I'm not the best drawer. I will always admit I am not the best drawer. So, you know, I use things that enable me to create, you know, in a way that I get a vision for, and it was to use some Play-Doh cutters and, you know, dib inside the Play-Doh cutter to create my hearts. So, you know, yes, and then these were just ruler lines that I did there. So yeah, I ended up creating this piece as well, you know, as I say, from totally no experience at all, to being led by God to create something like this was, you know, it's just, wow, God is amazing. God, you are just so amazing in what you enable us to do when we step out in faith in you. So I just want to encourage, you know, others to, you know, if you're being led to try something new, you know, don't be fearful of it. You know, it might not turn out okay. It might turn out okay. I mean, as I said, when I was first creating this one and I looked at the background, I thought, gosh, that just looks a mess. But, you know, God, and as I was speaking to the, you know, doing this, it just reminded me, God can turn our messes into something beautiful. I felt him say to me when I was doing this song, you know, to, you know, guard your heart from the harsh words that you say to yourself and put on yourself. You know, we can be really harsh on ourselves when we do things creatively or in any part of our lives. You know, don't speak those hard words over yourself. You know, guard your heart, you know, not just against other people, but against yourself sometimes as well, with the things you say over yourself. And you know, this came out of that. So yeah, as I say, and then in the evening, my last one, I enjoyed creating. I'm just going to move the camera and refocus it, so please bear with me. Just going to tap it. I enjoyed creating this one, which was based on Psalm 91:4. It's gone a bit funny there. There we go, people. Hopefully that's better for you. Sorry about that. As I say, novice here, not very good. And as you can see, I enjoyed just, you know, creating the background while soaking to some worship music, and then as I, you know, creating, you know, the background, the Bible verse came to me, and I added the wings in, and as you can see, they're shimmery. I'm wondering if you can see from the thingy that they're shimmery. And again, you know, like I said, I'm not the best drawer, so what I did is I did, you know, I can do my digital designing and things like that. So I did some wings, and I printed them off, and I did a paper cut like template with them, and then obviously I placed the template on and painted the wings, yeah, and then obviously I peeled the template off, and there you had the angel wings, and then I put loads of glitter on top, because I thought, oh, I just want them to sparkle. I felt like they were meant to sparkle, hopefully, as you can see. And then I wasn't sure if I was going to add any words to it, and whether I was just going to leave it blank, and the word kind of safe came to me, and then I did share this photo just without the words on it in the group, and then a couple of people said refuge, so I thought, oh, I'll add that on, because that would be good. But the word safe, which are kind of the same things, you know, refuge, safe, you know, we're safe under his wings. He's going to take care of us, and you know, and as we step out in faith, you know, and try new things and do things that maybe scare us a little, you know, we can be encouraged that, you know, we are safe under the wings of God. You know, he is our refuge, and he's going to keep us safe. You know, he's not going to cause us to step out and do something that's going to harm us. So, you know, and I just really felt my last two pieces that I created were, you know, just really more, you know, really such a challenge and a step of faith for me. And as I stepped out to do them, they really, really spoke to me about my own journey in being creative with God. So, oh, someone's at my door. So I'm just going to finish the video here and say goodbye and go and answer my door. God bless you all. Bye.